Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a general love reading for the upcoming week in March. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you clicking on my video. And this is Carmilla. She is flying back and forth from my head to her perch in the living room, so she will make her appearance as she feels is necessary. Anyway, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to view more of my videos. I appreciate the support. For everybody watching, I want to remind you that this is a general love reading, so it can pertain to relationships, situations, circumstances, family, work, enemies, romantic partners, you name it, it might apply. Also be flexible with the energy. It may feel like I'm reading for you, but you could also potentially feel like you're cross-watching, and you can interchange the roles within the reading. As always, take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. My intention is always to reach the people who need the message the most and who will benefit from it. So we're going to get started, Virgo. Let me give this deck one more quick shuffle, and we'll see what's going on with Virgo for this upcoming week in March. Here we go. We're going to start off with the Four of Cups, paired with the Page of Cups, Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay, Virgo, so this looks like this could pertain to a work situation possibly. Maybe a situation where things are not going so smoothly in the workplace, or maybe this is a situation where you're feeling dissatisfied within a work environment or dissatisfied with a job. This could indicate a difficult work situation with other people, possibly being removed from a job or quitting. There's a Queen of Wands on the table. This is an individual who's very creative and passionate, very active, somebody who's very ambitious, goes after what she wants. She generally commands attention when she walks into a room. People look to this person for inspiration. She can be very social, potentially very attractive, again, gets a lot of attention, does not shy away from that. This person may have a lot on her plate. She could be very active. Again, maybe a creative individual, artistic. With the Seven of Wands next to her. She's potentially connected with this, maybe this work or financial situation where it feels like she might be giving up or letting go of something that maybe was unsatisfactory to her, or something that wasn't working out well in the area of work or a job situation. Let's get some more cards out here, Virgo. Two of Cups, the Hermit, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords, the Star, Knight of Wands, Justice, clarifying this Queen, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So there's some kind of relationship dynamic involved in the situation as well. perhaps a connection or relationship within a workplace. Feels like this Queen of Wands might have thrown in the towel or given up in a situation, maybe given up a fight, walked away from a situation where she decided to leave behind some conflict. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. And she may have done that by leaving a workplace situation or a job. Or maybe taking a break from that. We have Two of Cups, Page of Cups up here in your underlying energy. This is, I think that this Queen of Wands represents you, Virgo. I think that right now you have a relationship on your mind or might be thinking about something related to a connection. It feels like there was some imbalance, maybe some instability within this connection. And you're taking action to possibly alleviate yourself of that or improve the situation. With the Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, I get the feeling that you're on the move, that you're getting ready to do something about something that's not working out for you in the workplace, within a relationship, or both. And again, at least right now, Virgo, I feel like you're the Queen of Wands. And whatever it is that you're doing, you're moving in the right direction. You're taking the right course of action. You're making some good decisions for yourself. And right now, it appears that that good decision is giving up or walking away from something that could have been a conflict for you, a situation that was causing some problems or some grief within your life. And I do, again, believe that there was some kind of relationship connection involved in this situation. The connection might almost be secondary to whatever else is going on in this situation. I feel like it might be an afterthought or something that is on your mind, but it's not a focal point right now. It's not the one thing that you're most concerned about or the one thing that you've got on your mind. It may not be the one thing that you're taking action on. I do believe you're taking action regarding a workplace situation or financial situation, financial endeavor, something having to do with pentacles. Let's just put it that way. Because it could be anything. Okay, let's get some more cards. We have the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Wands in reverse. Four of Pentacles. The Tower. Three of Swords. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this Queen of Wands, you Virgo, I believe you gave something up. I believe you walked away from a situation. It could have been a workplace situation, something that was probably at least financially beneficial to you. It just feels like a job to me more than anything. And I think that you may have walked away from this situation because you felt it was your only option. You felt it was the best decision to make because I do believe there was some kind of conflict. It could have been in the workplace or related to the work itself, but I do feel like it was with a person. And I feel like this Queen of Swords represents that person. That the action you took was to get away from this individual, this Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, the Queen of Swords in reverse can represent someone who is highly intelligent, but also very cutting with their words. A lot of readers will indicate that the Queen of Swords is kind of like the bitch card. The one who wants to get in the last word, has nothing but negative things to say, can be very abrasive with their communication. This can also indicate somebody who doesn't communicate well or communicate at all. And I feel like this person caused you some grief within a workplace situation or a working situation. You could have been working with this person. They could have been a partner. And when I say working, it can be just about anything. It could be in a school setting, it can be a business partner, it can be working together in a creative endeavor. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're making money together, but Pentacles generally means it has something to do with finances or money. And I believe this person hurt you and caused grief within the workplace, or caused you to feel like you had to change the situation. But you are taking action and you're moving in the right direction. So there is some hope here with the Star card. This person may have been deceptive. And I'm not even sure right now that the possible deception, sneaky behavior, the wrongdoings, whatever this person did that caused you to feel wronged, I'm not sure that that is even right now something that you're focused on. I think you're focused more on the fact that you've had to walk away from something because of someone causing you grief. Again, I feel like you may have not had a choice in this matter. Or maybe felt like it was your last resort. But I do feel you had every intention of walking away from this conflict, leaving this behind, because I think it's been causing you considerable grief. And again, with the Justice card out here, clarifying this Queen of Wands energy, Virgo, it feels like you made the right choice, even though it was a bit of a sacrifice on your part. Because had you hung on to this situation, I think you would have experienced more grief. This Queen of Swords could potentially be someone who was in a position of power, maybe over you, maybe a manager or a boss. Again, I just get this feeling that this person was definitely central in making you feel very dissatisfied in whatever situation you were in, that I feel that you've either taken action to leave behind, or you're in the process of doing that. You may not have done it yet. You may have had to walk away from another or other relationships because of the situation that you may be feeling a little bit of remorse about. Let's get some more cards out here for you, Virgo. So we have the Lovers, clarifying the Two of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This might be the person you left behind. King of Cups in reverse. Judgment. The Queen of Wands, again, clarifying the Star. The Ace of Wands again in reverse. The Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Wands again. Ouch, don't bite my ear. Just be nice, please. So we have Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups out here. So the Queen of Pentacles came out with this Hermit in this set of underlying cards. I do feel like this could be some... Stop it. Stop biting my ear. Sorry. I had to stop to yell at the bird. I feel like this is somebody that you may have walked away from when you left this situation. This could have been another coworker or someone else that you were connected with in this working dynamic, maybe within a group of people. But I feel like you had to walk away from this. This potentially could be someone significant to you, or somebody that you thought you could have a new relationship with, a new connection, possibly a new romantic connection, or this could just be a friendship, for example. But there's some kind of deception surrounding this this person and this relationship, and I do have a feeling it's because of this Queen of Swords. So I think that you were ignoring maybe what was being said about this person or your relationship with them. There's some kind of deception surrounding this person. It could be office gossip, for example, where someone was spreading some lies or some gossips regarding this person or your connection with them. Because this person could potentially be a romantic partner or has the potential, or already is, but I feel like it's more of a potential relationship that maybe, at least right now, the brakes have been put on. There's some delay. There's a false start with this, and I think it's because of some situation with this Queen of Swords. It's possible that this person may have been spreading lies or rumors, causing grief. I feel like this person's motive is just to cause grief and heartache and cause misery in other people's lives. That's the energy I'm getting off of this person. I think that she, again, is the reason behind this Ace of Wands. Again, this can indicate a missed opportunity or something that slipped out of your hands, and oftentimes it does indicate a potential new passionate relationship. But the Queen of Wands came out here with the Star card, and I think that's because you may have left this behind, thinking that if you walk away from one opportunity or you sacrifice one thing, that will ultimately help you in the area of love, which might be what your focus is with regard to this King of Pentacles. And again, I say this frequently because as I lay out more and more cards, sometimes I feel like the stories get very specific. So take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. There might be part of this reading that resonates for you and other parts that don't. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards, and I am going to read all of them, not just some of them. So again, maybe this is just a conflict in a workplace situation and you've moved yourself out of this situation, but there is some kind of relationship being affected by your decision. But I think that you've made some good choices with regard to this conflict, and I think it's going to have a positive outcome for you based on what I'm seeing in the cards. Let's get this last round out here for you, Virgo, and see what else. So we have the Three of Swords again, clarifying this Two of Cups, and Four of Cups. And then Justice came out again. What are you doing back there, Carmela? You're messing around and causing me to get distracted yet again. Seven of Swords again, this time in reverse. There's the Queen of Swords again in reverse. The Knight of Swords again, this time in reverse. The Eight of Swords in reverse. The Ten of Swords. And the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I think that this Queen of Swords she had some kind of power trip going, and she was, again, I'm getting this deception, some kind of sneaky behavior going on here. I think she was trying to affect this relationship with this King of Pentacles. She may have been trying to break you up, or cause some problems, or act as a obstacle or delay, or just again I get the feeling like she is maybe trying to put the brakes on when it comes to this relationship or cause some grief. I mean, it could be anything. Again, I get the feeling that there could have been some deception, some lies, maybe some office gossip. But ultimately, I think that both you and this King of Pentacles knows what's up. I don't get the feeling that either one of you feels like you've had the wool pulled over your eyes or that you're being manipulated by this Queen of Swords, but I feel it's exactly what she wants to do. I feel like she is trying to plant ideas into people's heads so that she controls the outcome or the decisions being made. And she just wants to create instability and grief and hardship. We have the King of Cups out here. I think that this might be giving a detail regarding some of the conflict she was trying to stir up. She may have been spreading rumors that this King of Pentacles didn't have feelings for you, or didn't feel the same, or something of that nature, or maybe was not available, emotionally available, or available to have a relationship or connection with you. I think she was trying to instill fear or doubt into your head, Virgo. But, and that's what I'm getting from these cards, and by doing that, by instilling this fear and doubt, she was creating a hostile work environment, to say the least. I don't know why I find that funny, because it's not funny, but I think the reason I'm finding it funny is because it didn't work. It didn't work. Virgo was not afraid and was not intimidated by this Queen of Swords. In fact, so much so, Virgo, that I feel like you've released this Queen of Swords, her position of power, by just simply walking away from her, saying, I'm not dealing with your crap, I'm not putting up with your shit, I'm out of here. And so you're taking some action. Ouch, stop biting me, Carmela. I swear she loves to hear me say ouch. You need to be a good bird. This light is really weird. I'm going to try to fix it here in a minute. Anyway, Virgo, I feel like you you just took control of the situation and basically said, no, you're not going to influence me. You're not going to cause me any more grief. I'm walking away from this situation. I'm going to bring an end to it. Now, again, I feel like you may have sacrificed one thing for another. Sacrificed an Ace of Pentacles for a relationship or connection. And I do feel like it's with this King of Pentacles, Virgo. And both you and this King of Pentacles know what's going on. Know that this Queen of Swords was trying to negatively influence the situation or the circumstances surrounding this workplace dynamic. And you put an end to her power play, basically. Virgo, good job. Again, this feels like a specific story. If it's your story, whatever it, ouch. I'm trying not to scream or yell loud because I think that she thinks that's funny. She's probably laughing in her little bird head because she hasn't been biting me as much as she's doing today. You need to stop, please, and be a good bird, or I'm going to have to put you back. I will, too. I will not hesitate to put you back in your cage. Honestly. She has no idea how lucky she is. Anyway, Virgo, let's get back to you. So, again, I feel like this Queen of Swords had this little power play going on, and she was doing it with her words, spreading office gossip, workplace gossip, lies, and deceit. She's got the Seven of Swords out here twice. And I think she was trying to control the situation between you and the King of Pentacles. And ultimately, you just didn't let it affect your relationship or your feelings regarding this relationship, because I think that she was trying to cause some grief, and she failed. She failed because you just did what Virgo does best, and you took care of business. And you released yourself from this person. You said, no, you're not going to trap me into this situation where you're controlling what happens in my life, specifically regarding personal relationships that have nothing to do with you, Queen of Swords. So again, I think Virgo, you made the right decision, and I'm going to take this card. Oh, there's two. There's three. Union, faith, and abundance. Oh my gosh. Okay. You got three of the major arcana from this deck. They're not like the major arcana in the regular Rider-Waite tarot. And they're super long. What time do we have? We're at 26 minutes. Okay, Virgo. I'm going to read these. They're such beautiful cards. Very similar. The abundance card came out in reverse. And I think this indicates this Ace of Pentacles in reverse. But I'm going to go ahead and read these. And, you know, if you get bored, I guess you could turn the video off. But if this reading is resonating for you, you may want to hear all three. So I'm going to read all three. And we'll start with Union. Because I think this has to do with the relationship that you have with this King of Pentacles. And of course it's super long. I'm going to read them all. I know. You know, if you're like me, when I watch tarot, and I don't watch a huge amount of it, I used to watch a lot of tarot, I'd get mad at the readers that read from the book. And here I am reading from the book. I mean, I wouldn't get mad at them. I just didn't like it. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and, instead of rambling, I'm going to go ahead and read your cards. Here we go, Virgo. The Union card symbolizes unity and wholeness. It represents our relationship with ourselves and our relationship with the world around us. It represents the harmony that arises when we are in alignment within and with both the seen and unseen worlds around us. To achieve this centered state is a fifth reason for being. Who am I? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Self-inquiry puts our feet upon the path to wholeness. It is part of our life quest, and only in asking questions and seeking answers do we become whole. It is a journey that manifests in self-discovery. We come into the world innocent and pure. While in the womb, our soul is still as one with a source of all the void, the cosmic wound from which we all came to be and all will return. Our soul remembers that connection. The soul remembers its unlimited potential. It remembers that it is whole and divine. This knowledge and all that we experience before taking our first breath in this life resides within our conscious, unconscious mind, where it could motivate and guide us. If it were not for the fact that from birth we experience a life that is conflicting in every way. As we grow to adulthood, we are taught to define, limit, repress, suppress, and deny. While we can be surrounded by people who support us and tell us that we are capable of anything we set our minds to achieving, we may still limit and restrict our potential by embracing labels and definitions. Furthermore, we are born into a race that divides and separates into tribes. The tribes maintain that they want peace, but thrive and profit more from conflict and war. Two of the largest tribes are science and religion. Many of the people of each tribe hold those of the other in contempt. You've heard the arguments. Science is founded in fact and reality. Religion and its more important and expansive form, spirituality, are founded in myth and make-believe. One is based on logic, analysis, and reason. The other is based on faith, emotion, and imagination. And interesting, we got faith out here too. However, if you scratch the surface and look a little closer, both are founded in theory. Both require trust and conviction. Both are loved and defended with the same level of conviction. Both could coexist in harmony. To many of those who follow a scientific path, a belief in God is a sign of mental illness and dysfunction. To many of those who follow a religious path, non-believers follow a path that leads to damnation and eternal suffering. Who is right and who is wrong? The answer is that both tribes are but aspects of a greater whole. Only in embracing both science and spirituality do we find the answers to the larger questions. Spirituality and science are not mutually exclusive. Spirituality founded in science and science that embraces in spirituality and the divine offer far greater opportunities to explore and understand the universe and all that dwells within than either standing on its own. Each can and does enhance and expand our perception of the other. The Union card represents the bringing together of many aspects of our world that we have been taught to separate from the whole. All is connected, as above, so below. The universe in which we dwell is multifaceted and whole. The earth upon which we dwell is multifaceted and whole. All that dwells beside us upon this blue-green earth is multifaceted and whole. We, humanity, are multifaceted and whole, and we have a symbiotic relationship with that whole. As the dominant species on the planet, the very health of the whole planet is dependent on our own health and unity as a species, and so we must reconnect and integrate and become one with all once more. The Union card symbolizes the marriage of body, mind, and soul, and the recognition and acceptance of our own divinity and connection. We are physical beings who are meant to live a life that includes and embraces both the physical and the spiritual. We are unique and individual beings, but also part of a greater whole. We are told that love is all, and that at the center, when all is in harmony and alignment, there is only love. But while love is important, at the center there is only the peace and stillness of the void. It is in unifying all and experiencing that peace that is born in the moment that we remember what it was like to first dwell in the void and to dwell in the womb. In that place of pure stillness and silence, all is created. There you go, Virgo. Honestly, as I was reading that card, I was thinking this could indicate, you are, obviously, if you're sitting here watching tarot, you have a certain amount of spirituality, right? I feel like you are connected spiritually, and perhaps this Queen of Swords is not. And she may represent one of those obstacles in our lives that, although we're spiritual beings, they instill doubt into us because they are those things that come into our life that challenge us and challenge our way of thinking and who we are and what we believe. And I think that you made the right choice by making an executive decision to get your ass away from that person who is not serving you any purpose or any good in your life and just causing you grief. And you just decided to do the right and spiritual thing to do. And instead of fighting back, which would have, taken you nowhere, you just decided to leave the situation and relieve this person of their imagined power over you, which I think was a fantastic move, Virgo. And if you haven't done this already, then it looks like you might be getting ready to. So congratulations. Anyway, we're going to read Faith. This one's a little shorter. To have faith, the 8th of the influence cards, is a beautiful thing. It inspires a feeling of serenity that is unshakable. With faith comes a level of self-confidence that sees you capable of overcoming all that life throws at you. To have self-being gives you confidence when facing new and challenging situations. When out in a social setting, you are comfortable to be yourself. Having self-belief allows you to enjoy life more because you are less troubled by insecurity. With faith in yourself and your abilities, you stand a greater chance of having a successful career, and you are more confident in taking well-considered risks. You are a happier because you are under less pressure and emotional and mental stress. In turn, your relationships with others will be better also. On the other hand, a lack of self-belief or faith can be seen in our moods, the way we speak about ourselves, our body language, and actions. Without faith and belief in self, every decision can become an almost excruciating process. If you do not believe that you will succeed or do well, then sadly there is an increased chance that you will not. Doubt and a lack of faith breeds mistakes, procrastination, and self-sabotage. But know this, you are not unimportant. You are somebody. You are unique. You have gifts. You have strengths. You have talents. You are bright with potential, and if you believe in yourself, you will shine. A little belief can go a long way. With faith and self-belief, you can accomplish great things, even miracles. That was a nice meaning. I liked that card for you, especially coming after this Union card because it fits so well together. So let's go to Abundance, which is in reverse. And this is the one that is the obstacle. So maybe this is something that you're still working on or dealing with. Perhaps some aftermath after your decisions that you've been made. Again, it could indicate this missed opportunity in work or finances. And the Abundance card is potential blockage is about a half a page. Okay, so here we go. When the Abundance card appears reversed, it signifies a lack of gratitude and appreciation for what you already have in your life or for what others do for you. To turn this around, practice being grateful. Gratitude is one of the keystones of abundance, so look around at your life and see and appreciate what you already have and be grateful for it. If you are unable to do this, then how will having more make a difference in your life? If you can only see what you do not have now, the same lack and emptiness that nothing fulfills will only manifest again in the future. Keep in mind that you cannot change a lack mindset by buying more possessions. Material possessions will not give you the lasting happiness that comes from within. The happiness you feel will be impermanent. It will fade. If someone offers you a gift, do not measure their care for you by the money spent on the gift. Be grateful. If someone buys from your business, do not complain when they spend only a little after you have given them a great deal of your time. Be grateful. Perhaps what they spent with you was all that they had, and therefore a very generous act. If you have food, clothes, a roof over your head, and money to pay your bills, then you are rich beyond the wildest dreams and hopes of many. In fact, you already have more than literally billions of others. It is time to appreciate all that comes to you, even if it's not as much as you hope for or need. It is a beginning, a good start. Appreciate and be grateful. Even a little something extra is more than you had, and so much more than many others have. Give thanks for the bounty in your life every day. There we go. Okay, so that was a long set of cards to read. And again, we've got this weird light coming in, and I apologize. But beautiful meanings for all three. And frankly, you know, if you did experience some kind of loss because of this decision that you made, again, ending possibly a work situation because of an uncomfortable working dynamic with other people, you have abundance in your life. And one of those things that you happen to have, Virgo, is someone that cares for you, and I think now potentially has the opportunity to come into your life because you've rid yourself of some other things that didn't belong there. So honestly, Virgo, I really like this reading. I think you're moving in the right direction. I hope that this reading gave you some clarity and something to walk away with. I appreciate you joining me. If it did resonate, please give me a like, a share, maybe subscribe, and I hope that I see you again soon. Take care. Bye, Virgo.